Welcome to Extreme Za. Today's episode, 2 extreme pizzas. Well, pizzas that I don't know if you really consider to be pizzas because of the fact that they have 2 ingredients that you don't find on every pizza. But my theory about pizza is different from a lot of other people's, and that is that pizza is a plate, and a plate that can have anything on it because everything goes good with cheese. So you got a plate, you got cheese. Pizza is the ultimate delivery vehicle. For today's episode, I've got Thai vegetable. Basically, it's like a pot sticker. It's a wonton, but it's vegetarian. And it's going to be made with a peanut sauce with coconut, thinning that peanut sauce. It's going to be fantastic. Yeah, I know, unusual. Okay, second one is going to be a ravioli. That's spinach and cheese ravioli on a pizza. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to have pizza, cheese, ravioli, more cheese. It's a party. Anyways, we're going to make that. We're going to show you how to do it. First thing we're going to make is the dough for both of them. And that one I'm going to actually use a mixer to do that. Usually I always make dough by hand, but I'm starting to get more requests from other people that now have mixers to actually show how to do it in a mixer. And I'll do that coming up. Hi. Okay, so this is my mixer. And you'd probably say, well, you know, that doesn't look like a big mixer. It's actually not. One of the reasons I bought this particular mixer, well, there's actually 2 reasons. The biggest one is the fact that it's not a KitchenAid. And people have always said, well, you know, KitchenAids are the standard for mixers, aren't they? They were 10 years ago when they were made by Hobart. They're not made by Hobart anymore. They're made by Whirlpool, and they're crap. The gears aren't anywhere near as strong. The motors are terrible, and they make a lot of noise, in my opinion. That's just me. I don't. If you can get one of the 700 or 800 series made by KitchenAid, they use the DC motor, which is basically Hobart's. They're still carrying Hobart's design into the 700 and 800 series. Those are large. Those are large units. Large for kitchen anyways. But they're great. They're DC, smooth, quiet, powerful. One little thing about mixers in general is you're going to see ratings of like 400 watts, 425. This is a 500 here. And it's 500 watts AC power, which you're rating when the old Hobart systems are, the old Hobart mixers are DC power, 230, 260, up to 300 watts just for the DC motors. But that's all you needed for the traditional KitchenAid style countertop ones. Not the same. I know I went off on a 1-minute tirade on that, but I wanted to let you know the reason I bought this is because it's much quieter, much smoother, a little stronger, better warranty. From Cuisinart, right? Yeah, Cuisinart. What did I buy? Cuisinart. It's got a 3-year warranty versus a 2-year for KitchenAid, and it's much quieter, much smoother. Okay, so I wanted to show you the whole mixer in general. I'm going to use 2 attachments. I'm not going to use a whisk, of course, but I'm going to use a dough hook, and I'm going to use a beater blade just to mix the initial dough. And then everything else will be close in because I want to show you close into the bowl. Okay, that'll come up next. Okay, so now it's time to make the dough. And how I make dough, and always have, is I use beer. I use beer and some water. In this recipe, I'm going to make 4 pizzas from 16 ounces of water. And that's how it's going to roll. And I'm going to open some Hamm's, one of my new favorite beers. Hamm's won the I think it won the Chicago Taste Test among brewmasters last year. And I can tell you, I know why now. I do love Hamm's. All right, 4 ounces of water. So you got 12 plus 4 is your 16 ounces of liquid. If I had a 16-ounce can of Hamm's, I'd use all Hamm's, but I don't. All right, so this is going to just come down a little bit, but that's all right. What I'm going to do is grind some salt in here, but how much salt? Hard to say if I don't put it on something. So let's do this here. If you'd still see that on camera there. So let's just see how much I have. This is Hawaiian salt, given to me as a gift from someone who came back from Hawaii. All right, how much is that? Oh, that's not that much. Let's go more. It's got some spices ground into it, but I don't care. That's fine. Put some salt in. There you go. And now sugar. Gonna put a little bit of sugar. And now this here is caramelized. It's half water by volume. It's half water, half turbano sugar. I use it for my iced tea during the week. And I'll put in, just for people who want to measure. Sure, that's fine. I'll put in that because I want some sugar to ramp up the yeast. All right, now by the way, the beer is room temperature. The beer is room temperature. I do not want it to be ice cold because I need this to jack up into the oven. Matter of fact, I'm gonna turn the oven on warm right now. Put oven on warm, start, okay. We're gonna want the oven on warm because we're gonna make like a sweat box out of it. Okay, what else didn't I put in? Well, first off, I'm not gonna put in oil now. Now it's time, I'm gonna well, I'm not gonna attach that yet. I'm gonna put in 2 scoops of flour, maybe a scoop and a half, doesn't matter. The point is, for the water, I want about equal amount of dough, which is probably, I put in probably close to 16 ounces, no, maybe like 2 cups of dough, but a cup, maybe a third, cup and 3/4 maybe, cup and 3/4, hold on. Where's that little pin? What's the pin's on that side? Okay, good, there you go. Now, what I want to do is I want to mix this around. And that is quiet. You don't get that from a KitchenAid. I'm putting my mic right up to it. That baby purrs like one of my cats. You're a good little mixer, buddy. Little pal. And I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. Turn it up a little more. What I want to do is make a slurry, a kind of a slurry where everything's kind of mixed together a bit here. Okay. Now, I want to add the yeast. I could have added the yeast, by the way, right off the bat. It does not matter. This could have been done. It's at ground zero here. Oh, I had water. I had sugar on the spoon. All right. How much do I add there? I don't know. I'm adding a lot of yeast. To me, yeast is cheap. I buy it by the brick. I don't buy it in little envelopes. Never have. Well, no, that's not true. I have in the past. But I try not to. Okay, here's my favorite blade here. I just want to get that all down. Okay. Now I want to put it back in again. I want the yeast to break down. Then I'm going to start adding now some olive oil. Quite a bit. I'd say I probably put in for the dough, and just if you want a measurement for yourself, I probably can put in close to a 1/4 cup, just a 1/4 cup. I'm going to let this go for a little bit. I'm going to put, and we'll come back to the video as we get ready to thicken it. Okay. Whoa, turned it the wrong way. It's mixed now for probably another 5 minutes as I walked away. Didn't do really much other than really mix it, because now we've got our, what I call our slurry, our kind of our, almost a wort kind of mixture for our dough. Now it's just time to thicken it. There's not much here. Okay, let's take you out. And now we're going to put in the dough hook. Now we're going to have some fun. So I do a lot of this by look and feel as opposed to measurement. And I apologize about that. But I will tell you, if you want to know the cups I'm going to use, I already used about 1 and probably 3/4 or 2/3. So we got 16 ounces of liquid. I already have 1 2/3 cup of flour, and I'm going to add another 2 cups right now. 3 cups right now. 2 and 3. And there you go. And we'll see how this goes next. Now, this is what I really like, my favorite, the dough hook. And you're going to want to run this. This is an 11-speed mixer, but you're going to want to run it at about 3 to incorporate everything. It's just going to start incorporating it. It's going to be a long-running process here. Well, 10 minutes. The greatest thing is I can walk away and do things. I don't have to make dough by hand. I can do other things. And this is starting to just incorporate all of it in. And what I always say you do is just mix it down like this a few times. And you can do that with a blade that's pretty thin like this here. This blade's pretty thin. I can get in here and not get smashed by the hook. But you don't want to put your hand in there. This thing's pretty powerful. All mixers are. I'm sorry, KitchenAid, doesn't matter what they are. They're geared up so well that they can hurt you, I think. All right, there you go. So the dough looks good. Coming together nicely. It just has to be a little smoother. All right, gonna let it go. And we'll come back to it in about 2 to 3 minutes, or maybe 3 to 4 minutes, okay? Okay, I can see that this dough, it's been running now for about 3 minutes, and it's starting to just stick on the bottom. Now, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna turn this down, or off actually, lift it out, leave that like that. I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup. Just 1/2 cup there. Yeah, maybe a little more than 1/2. Yeah, that should be about 1/2 cup right there. Gonna add that in. I want it to thicken because the yeast is gonna go to work here. 3. And we'll come back and see how that picks up in just about another 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, it's gotten a lot better. There's not as much stuck on the bottom, so what you do is when it moves away, just poke it, poke it, poke it, poke it. When it moves away, poke, poke, poke. When it moves away from the edge like that, up. Yep. Okay, let's stop it. Let's see how good this is mixed. Top of the hook and all the way to the bottom. Just come right off. Now, twist, pull out. Let's see how good this is. Pretty good. Definitely has to increase in volume as far as rising, but this looks pretty darn good. But I'm going to let it mix a little more. Back up to 3. Put it down. All right. All right, I'm gonna let it mix a little longer, and then we should be ready to put it into the, what I consider to be the sweat box, and I'll show you that next after we're done with mixing. All right, this has been running for about 5 minutes since we just stepped away from it on video. So let me just go down. When it goes away, I'm gonna poke it down, poke it down, poke it down, poke it down, poke it down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's nicely mixed. Okay. It doesn't look like it because it's sticking a little bit, but the hook is pretty close to the bottom. It just can't be scraping unless you want metal in your... If you want to grind metal while you're mixing, yeah, that's fine. But it's pretty close to the edge of the bowl. So let me close this down. Lift her up. Come on, baby. You did good. Oh, yeah. Here you go. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Yep. Okay. Man, it smells good. That dough smells so good. All right, well, I will not need the hook anymore. Okay. I will need to definitely take this out. And here we go. Put that down for now. Let me get another bowl for rising. And it will be this one. And I'm going to put a little water in it. Putting a little water in it. Like, I don't know. If you need a measurement, a tablespoon. I'll just tell you that. I don't know. And there's a reason why. I'll show you. I'm gonna scrape this out smoothly. I don't want to leave any dough behind because I really need all this dough to go for 4 pizzas, 4 small sheets, quarter sheets. This will make a full bakery sheet of pizza, but we're baking it in 4 individual pans. So there you go. And there we go. Now, the reason I have this like this is because I want it to slide around a bit and stay moist because it's going to rise now. The oven's on warm. You can't see. I just walked to the oven like you're going to follow me. But the oven's on warm, so what I want to do is cover this up. And I don't know if 1 sheet of aluminum foil will do it or not. Yeah, it will. Right? Yeah, it does. Okay, good. There we go. Edge to edge. First one. Second. Now we got it. It just has to cover it so the water doesn't leave the dough surface. There you go. Now, the oven's been warming up. I'm going to turn it off at this point. Yeah, off. Okay. And it's warm. And I'm going to put it in the top rack. It's got the water in there. So we basically, what we built is a sweat box to lift the dough up in volume and basically we're basically rising it quickly. That should be about 170, 150, 170 degrees, perfect. And I think I know it'll rise. We should get it in about 90 minutes. In about 90 minutes, we'll come back. But we're also going to do some other things in that time. But we're going to start working on the sauces next. The peanut butter coconut. That makes me chuckle, but it's great. Let's do that next. Okay, so going to be using this peanut butter. Now, this is cold. I had this from the fridge because I use it to make stuff like this. So I'm going to have to warm it up, and I'm going to scoop it out of here, put it over into the microwave, and then it'll be softer. So, wow, man, is that firm. Oh, I know what I have to do. I can't scoop it out with that. There you go. Wow. Uh-oh. I bet the spoon. What the heck? No, what the heck? Wow. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's warm this up. Now, I think I'm gonna need more than that. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need more than that. I used quite a bit for the other one. That's good. All right. Let's try that. Let's put that in there. Let's warm this up. See how soft it gets, and then we can start blending it. Okay. 45 seconds. Gave me this consistency. 45 seconds in the microwave gave me this consistency here. Good. I'm gonna, all right, goes in the sink. There you go. I don't use my utensils twice when I taste. Okay, here we go. So, let's put this in here like this. Yeah. Okay, put that down there like that. Let's put this in there like this. Let's get the thickest part of our coconut milk's now in there with the coconut. I like that. I think that's going to be good. Now, the blade. We're going to use this blade again, the mixing blade. Okay. And let's see how this goes. Yeah, it's hard to do it with that blade. Not much clearance on the walls. Yikes. Oh, that looks cool. I don't know if you can see in there. I'm gonna chip it. Can you see that? That looks cool. It's mixing nicely. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, because it's so buttery and oily, it comes right down. Look at that. Let's take that out of this. All right. Let's mix it around. Yeah, I'm gonna need more than that for 2 pizzas for sure. But good news is I know I've got it. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I put the other one in for, I think, a little longer than 30 seconds, like 35. It became kind of soupy, which is okay. It'll mix nice. We can actually cool it down a little bit in the fridge. Okay. What I did do was strain the coconut to get some of this thicker coconut down. And now, here's a little more of the coconut milk. Probably just a little more. There you go. I just remembered. The hoisin sauce. I need to cut this. All right. I'm putting the sriracha on top. Sorry about that. Sriracha on top. So there. There's 1. There's 2. Okay. You got it, man. And we'll thicken this up. Nice. Oh, that smells great. I'm gonna try this magical mix. Was it a spoon here? A little test spoon? Oh man, I don't think I need too much. Let me try that. Oh, get out of here. That's a party in my mouth. Oh man, that's good. This is the first time I've used the coconut milk, and that is awesome. Wow. First off, the peanut butter is great. I mean, it's kind of Skippy, but you know what? I'm not going to buy industrial size organic. Sorry, I think Skippy's good enough. And I grew up on Skippy. I'm still here. All right. That is incredible. The only thing, it's not too sweet. It's not. That's good. I think we're ready to roll with this. I'm going to put it in the fridge because actually I like it to be a little cooler when I slather it on because it'll be more like a paste and then after that everything will just sit. It'll be just fantastic. Okay, so we're done with this sauce here. The next one we're going to make is for the ravioli pizza, which will be just my stock pureed tomato, canned and pureed Herdez. And Herdez is not that spicy. It's a very wide flavor profile for a sauce. Very good. Okay, we're gonna do that next. Okay, now it's time to make the sauce. I've got my bullet mixer. It's kind of a bullet mixer. It's a February mixer and the mixing container. And the sauce that I'm gonna make for the spinach ravioli, cheese spinach ravioli pizza is going to be an Herdez salsa that's going to be pureed with a diced tomato, which is going to be pureed. It's going to really give a good fresh flavor, a depth that you don't get in many other sauces. Okay, so now it's time to make the sauce. First thing I'm going to open up will be the Herdez. I only cracked it, but I didn't pull it open. And this is going to go in here. And in here, I'm going to add like I don't know, that much right there, whatever. That's that much of a tablespoon, not much. That of oregano. And my absolute favorite ingredient is ground fennel. This is crushed ground fennel. I'm putting that in there too. Those are the two I really like. Although I could do without oregano. I gotta have the fennel in there. The fennel gives it a depth that I just love. Okay, next thing, garlic. And how much? A good helping of crushed garlic. Crushed garlic in olive oil. I always use that because I don't want to have to deal with garlic prep. So there you go. And that goes in here. And then this is going to go in here. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this off. Oh, geez. I think I'm wearing it now. Okay, put this in here. I have a feeling I'm going to have to make I'm going to have to call an audible here. I just see something now. Something I normally do, and I'll have to do it this time around too. I'll have to put in tomato paste. Paste is the ultimate thickener. So here, this is going to go in. I don't really need to add anything here. Everything's pretty much in here. But what I want to do is crush this to get that great tomato extract. Like this. All right. And I just ran downstairs and got the tomato paste. So I can't see not having that in here, and I'll show you why. There you go. Thin, smooth, but still very thin. Here's my small whisk. Yeah, that's relatively soupy. Now, like that. I saw the consistency of it before. This will make it a lot thicker. Add a little bit more of a sweetness to it. Don't know if I really like that. but this definitely now has made it thicker. And that's what I really use it for that reason. And if I do hors crushed and a diced tomato crushed, I'm going to have a paste, and that works out great. You've got 3 tomato products in there, which is really neat because it adds just a width of flavor. Last thing to go in, Parmesan. All right, a lot of it. Let me go. I just cleaned a bunch of spatulas while the camera was off, so now I can actually go get them from the drawer here. And let me actually turn this. Make sure the sauce is turning over, which it's not. And there we go. And this too. There you go. Much better. There you go. This will be cool. This will be fine. Let me taste it. The one thing I didn't add was sugar to it, but when you have tomato paste, you get a lot of sugar. Yeah, don't need sugar. Perfect. That'll work great. Okay, I'm just showing you something. I wanted to test to see how the dough had risen. It's been about 2 hours, and the temperature in there is probably about now down to about 130. And look at the way this has risen. Let's let it drop in volume. This is cool. This is what it's all about. That rise, look, it even stuck, it even hit the ceiling. That's awesome. I'm very happy. So this was kind of just a break-in point to show you this, because this is probably what you should see. You should see that much of a rise. I put over a tablespoon of yeast in. I got 2 other chores I got to do around the house, and then I'm going to come back and we'll finish the pizza at that point. We'll construct it, we'll bake it, and we'll celebrate it. Okay, the dough is ready. I mean, it's a lot of dough. Started with a little ball, right? Look at all this. So next, I'm going to put the gloves on, split the dough into 4, form the sheets, and from the sheets, we will put them in the oven. Par bake the sheets because I want them par baked, especially because of all the topping I'm putting on them. I want them par baked, and we're going to see how I do that. So camera will be now on the countertop. Everything will be dough related. Okay, that's up next. Cornstarch, Kroger cornstarch, and I don't use it for anything other than this one thing. I wash my hands because I was dealing with a fish tank. I washed them, and I was dealing with the fish tank, changing the fish half the volume of the water. But so I'd wash my hands. They're probably still a little wet. So this is what I do. I take a pinch of this, and I just rub it all over my hands like this. See, it's like a talc, but it's edible. I wouldn't use talcum powder because you're not supposed to eat talcum powder. This is fantastic. This just absorbs moisture in your hands like crazy. So that's what I use this for. That's it. I don't thicken things other than to put these gloves on. So I buy them for these gloves. Okay, had to lift the camera up a little bit. And I'm going to put a little bit of flour in here. And I'm just going to do this on the countertop. I think you can see from the reflection, hopefully if I'm not in the way, what I'm doing. This is a fine mesh strainer. Just a strainer. I don't know what it's called. All right, so then let's go get one of these. No, actually, this is the best one here. This is my new one by Oneida. I like this one. All right, so now I'm going to put this like this. Gosh, it's so round. Sorry, if you can't see, I apologize. But what I'm doing is just getting it all out here. As you can imagine, the bottom is wet. You probably see it, there's the shimmer on it. Maybe you can. I'm not going to soak that pan because we're going to use it for something else next. But here's what I need to do. I'm going to need to do this again. And over the top. Now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. It's not all equal. I need a kind of equal here. It's amazing. That little amount of dough has expanded very righteously. All right, here we go. Okay, now the blade. I'm gonna cut this into four parts. Come on. And I did clean this countertop with a bleach wipe earlier before everything. So the countertop is clean, and I'm gonna just make this into four. Now, okay, these sheets, these are my quarter pan sheets. And now what I do is I do one ring of oil like this, one ring like that. See that? Then I do this. Edge, 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 middle. There you go. And there's, sticking a little bit, which is fine. To be expected. And then what I'm gonna do is pull it out on the end and pull it out like this. I'm gonna pull it out so if you can see I wanna do it so you can see it the long way here. And now I am going to press it in somewhat, and then I'm going to do something press it into all the corners first. Make sure to get it in all the corners. If you get any thin spots, don't worry, I'll show you how to do that next. Thin spots, not to worry. All right. Now, to get rid of the thin spots, you're gonna stomp it like this. And before you know it, you've got a pretty even level of, you get your hand as flat as you can. And if you get an area that's hard to cover, then once you get it pretty even, you can spread it out. And it becomes very malleable. I'm really happy with this dough. Very happy. It's the same dough I always use. It always comes out the same, which is why I don't vary my dough recipe very much. Not that I want to, but here we go. So, as you can see, it's pretty much a hand-formed sheet here, all corner to corner. It'll expand a little bit, but now I'm going to put it in the oven. We're going to do the next one. Remember, I'm par baking these sheets because they're going to be loaded. So this isn't your average pizza. Okay, so the dough's inside the oven. I got 4 sheets, and I'm going to have to rotate them out about 3 minutes apart. And what I'm going to do then is something different. I don't think you've seen this before. Maybe you have. I don't know. It depends on what kind of baking you do. I'm going to lift them up. I'm going to actually take the individual sheets out of the pan, and then I'm going to drop it onto the travertine stone to cure it, like the heat cure it for like 1 minute each sheet. Then when I'm going to put a piece of parchment, a slip of parchment with a slip up, so we can actually peel it out quickly at the end of the process of cooking. And you're going to see that next. I'm going to show you one of them at least, how I do one, and then you can imagine all 4 will be done. I'm sorry, the remaining 3 will be done the same way. That's coming up. I've got some large parchment paper, and what I'm going to do is just fold it in half. It's 2 sheets like this. So they're like, I think this is like 12 by 15. Okay, I'm not even going to use that. That would be, you think that'd be enough for one, but that's not what I even want. I want to fold it in half, and then just do a crease, And you know, you can do this your own way. If you just want to rip your own paper out, that's fine. You know, you can just use individually wrapped, the individual sheets. But I bought this large stuff and I don't get to use it as much, so I'm trying to make better use of it. There you go. So now I've got individual sheets. Now watch this. Now we're going to pull this out. Pull the first one out. It's risen. And I'm going to break my peel out. This thing's magical. Okay. What I'm going to do, if this lifts up, and it does, so I'm going to, whoa. Okay. It's a little moist, which is fine. But watch, I'm going to drop it right on the stone here. Can you see that? I'm going to press it down. That's on the stone. I don't know if you can see it on the bottom, but that's on the stone on the bottom. Okay, the 1 minute timer just went off, so I'm going to pull that off the bottom. And it's, wow, that crisps up nicely. 1 minute's all it needed, and it's golden brown. I don't know if you can see it. See the bottom, the brownness on the bottom? Can you see that? Can you see that? That brownness? There you go. Now I'm going to put a little piece of parchment here, and I do a little over, like what I call it a ramp, kind of. Having my own problems here. Sorry. Okay, this is a little bit embarrassing on camera. Oh, I know why. If the paper wants to curl up due to the heat and moisture, that's right. So drop it in like that. Now you got one. That's ready to be made. Here comes the second one. All right, the first pizza we're going to make now, because I have to cook the ravioli or par cook it, it's going to be the ravioli pizza. So we're going to make this now. Let's see if that's enough sauce. I don't know. Let's see. People who know me know one thing about me as far as cheese. It's got to go to the corner, or you're a jag. You're a jag if you don't go to the corner. Loser. I hate pizzas that are like an inch worth of crust around there. Why? Why are you doing that? Because it's easy for you? Or it saves you cheese? Yeah, bullshit. Make it to the corner. To the corner. Look at this. Look where I'm going. I'm coloring outside the lines, people. Arrest me. You know why? Because when you have one of my pizzas, you have cheese on the corners. That's why. No, don't get me started. All right. Here you go. That's good. Now, oh, I think we're going to have a timer event here, which I need to get these off. Yeah, I'm going to probably get these out now. I know I'm off camera here. You can't see what I'm doing. But these are the raviolis that you see them steaming. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, they're par cooked. They're only cooked half the time. Here's your provolone. And here's what I'm going to do. Oh, come on. Yeah. All right, here we go. We're going to take these and put these on like this. Yeah! Now that's for one. Now, I got to cook the other amount right now. So the second batch is cooked. We're going to put it here, and then we're going to seal the deal. So you got cheese, pizza cheese. Oh man, here it goes. Now. Okay, so I've got, here's my knife. I got this cheese left, and I'm gonna just cut it into strips here. I'm gonna put it in rows like this. Now, these are gonna go in the oven. These will go on the top row. Okay, here's our sauce, and it's thickened up pretty nicely. See the way it's almost a little shreddable, but not at all like the peanut butter that we had. So now, let's spread it. All right, now, cheese, my second wave. This is a mild provolone that I bought. This is mild provolone. Got at the deli and here in Skokie. So here we go, and we're gonna do the same thing with this one. First bag. Cut them open, and see, they're already kind of grilled, so they don't need to be cooked. These don't. These are going to be good. Wait, but how do I want to put them on? Like, darn, do I want to put them like that? They're gonna have to go like that. Three. Wow, this is crazy. Are you kidding me? A wonton pizza. Yep. That is crazy. But it's cool. Okay. We're gonna have to put a little cheese in here. This is actually gonna work out well. The cheese will hold this together like this. That's it. That's it. Cashed out. Done. Now, there's something other surprise. Remember? The jalapenos. They go on here too. Get in there. Let's get on the bus, everybody. We're going to Party Town. Yay! All right. These are going to go in here now. All right. The first two pizzas are already done, so let's get them out. Let's get them on the top rack. You can see the smoke coming out of the oven. I don't know if you can see that in the video. Check it out. I see it right here. It's coming up to the vents. Let's pull them out. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt. Since they got put in at the same time, I'll have to pull them out at the same time. Oh, those look great. Woohoo! Big boys! The even bigger boys are down below. So what we're going to do here, I don't want to pull these out. I don't want to pull these out now, but I want to sear the bottom one more time and put them down on the bottom stone for 90 seconds. First one is this one here. Do this one, first one out. Start. And that'll go for 90 seconds. And I'm going to do that for both of them. I won't show you the video for that. But the result will be when I'm sampling it, you'll see the crust. And that... Okay, I got another 30 seconds on the other one. This one's cooling. I pried off the edges with a little spatula here to make sure to get it so that it can come out. That's important. Don't just think you can lift it out without prying the edges, all the other remaining edges in to make sure you can lift this out. Because when you do that, you'll be able to do this. It's magic. No, it isn't. It's prep. I'll show you with the next one. Because I didn't record that, I'm going to show you on this one. Pull it on, hold it, and bring it over. It's going to want to constantly slide away from the peel. Remember, I said you want to make sure you have a clear access for the pizza coming out of the pan by prying away all the corners. The parchment paper is already ready to go. You don't have to do that because you're going to lift under the parchment and pull up. Now watch what I'm going to do here. This is the parchment side. I don't have to do anything on this side, the parchment side, but I do have to do it here. I want to make sure. Yep. Yes. Yes. Okay, that's good. I know that'll move. Yep, yep, yep. See the whole pizza's moving? Here, same thing here. Oh, some crusty stuff there, but look. Yeah, that's going to move. That's going to move. If you don't do that, you'll never get it out. And it just doesn't take any other prep work than making sure the three other corners can come out. The middle will lift, but the corners, the edges, will be seared, most likely with cheese or sauce, or the dough not necessarily, it won't do that, but here we go. Ready? Let's see how easy this lifts out now that we did our prep work. One, here's our little slip there. Two, oh my God, couldn't be any easier. And as for the parchment, that will just slide out, as it should, because you want it to cool really without the parchment. And that's it. Overall, yeah, that crust is seared. I mean, not seared, it's not burnt, but you can definitely tell it's a brown, a slight light brown. Yeah, that's good too. Perfect. Wow, 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 wow. Time to cut. All right. No, not wearing gloves for this, sorry, but here, I'm gonna cut right down the middle here. Right down the middle here. So here's my official tasting of this one here. Oh, man. It's still a little warm, but not too warm. Wow. The spinach, the sharp provolone on the bottom. There was a sharp provolone on this one. The other one's a mild provolone on the peanut and pot sticker or wonton. This one, wow. And the cheese and the ravioli. I don't know if I can chase the cheese and the ravioli. Pardon me. But this is really good. I'm going to put my gloves back on when I pack this up and wrap it. I don't think I should be handling this now with my hands at this point. So I'll put another set of gloves on. I'll take care of this and be on my way. And here we go. It's magic. It really looks delicious, doesn't it? It's amazing. The peppers, amazing. Well, I'm going to have to get busy with packing. Let's try this. We got one piece of jalapeno on here. Let's see how hot this is. Wow, it's got some kick. Definitely has some kick, but you see that crust is browned. And when you heat it up again, after I wrap it, you heat it up again, and that brown crust, it stays crispy. It's great. Exactly what I wanted. And the second time I have noticed that a pizza sauce crust stays super crispy. I wonder why. Oh, I know why. It's all oil. And the sauce is great. It's very good. This is a very good second attempt, better than the first attempt, and great idea from Amy to give me the idea for the green onions, for Brandon to give me the idea of thinning down the sauce more, for one of the chefs at US Foods for giving me an idea for putting coconut milk in as a thinner. Great idea. Worked great. Thank you very much. And I will definitely pack this up and freeze it and bring it in. Good day.